Run the jewels.
Hello, shooters, loaders, and casters. Welcome to another Georgia Shooting Connection Friday night live stream. Hope everybody's doing well. Hope everybody had a good Halloween trick or treat. We've got a full panel and expecting one more. So, as always, we kick it off with the man, the myth, the legend.
Guys and girls, thanks for joining us for another Georgia Shooting Connection Friday night live stream. We're always excited to have a lot of you out there in the side chat interacting with us, keep us in line and all of those things. So we're gonna shoot it off to my brother Kyle right there. How you doing, brother?
Good evening, sir. I'm doing good. Um, Glad to see everybody tonight. Got the kids here. We're struggling with getting dinner ready and all that. I'm gonna be cutting my camera and mic off here in a minute and shoveling my face. But yeah, good to have everybody here and good to see everybody. I'm gonna send it over to. Hey, I got it right.
Hey, what's up, guys? Appreciate being here. Always good to see everyone. Good to see everyone out in the side chat. So I think I went the right way. Maybe, I don't know. This camera's throwing me off. Damn, StreamYard.
Good evening. Thanks for having me back on the show again. You guys are always a Friday treat for me lately.
Well, let me tell you, we're so glad you're here. It ain't even funny. So we got a lot of stuff to talk about tonight, as we posted in the description. We got a topic of 308 Winchester. I'm gonna run through a little bit of info about it. Anybody's got any special recipes, any tricks of the trade? Before we get too deep into that, Kingpin put in the side chat that there is a 2A rally in Washington D.C. tomorrow. Anybody in shouting distance needs to go and support that. I'll probably be in a tree stand, but I'm so far away I couldn't get there anyway. So Johnny got a message for you there, Chico. Hope you can see it. So yeah, and hey Kenny, glad you could be here. Hemi Scrub, Miss Kitty. She was here way early. Miss Kitty was. So I'm just glad to be in the reloading room with you guys and shut the world out for a few minutes. Golly, it's been one of them weeks. It's been one of the, I think anytime we have a holiday, everything gets so hectic and swirled up. But Scotsman's here because we've got a thanks, Kingpin. Appreciate it, brother. We got a good topic besides 308 tonight that we're going to talk about. And we got just a lot of stuff going on. We got a full palette tonight, and we are expecting one more guest to join us. So Uncle Jim's powder coating, but listening. Thanks, man. I watched that video you had of those two molds you got. I love those two cavity steel molds. I really do. I like the single ones too. They're great for load development, but one thing about the single cavity molds, they're really slow, but they're exactly the same. Every one of them are exactly the same. So, Sharanda, do you cast? You don't cast yet, do you?
No, unfortunately, I don't have the space yet, but I do jot down notes, and every once in a while, I'll stalk Chico and ask him what he's using. So when I get to that point, I have a little grocery list.
Yeah, you can bum some off of Chico. By the way, speaking of bumming stuff off Chico, hey man, what's wrong with those? That's that bronze. I really like that color, man. You want me to pull one out the bag and show you? You're muted.
Yeah, maybe mine was in just the dirty South or something, but my lighting or something. It don't look bad. It's a good. It sticks, don't it?
It did okay. It after it was baked, it turned out a lot better than it looked like it was going to before I put it in the oven. I put it like this. And this came from the
Eastwood.
powder coat store.
No, that's Eastwood.
That's Eastwood Burnt Bronze. Is that the name of it?
No, architectural bronze.
Architectural bronze. I've seen it. I've thought about ordering it, but anyway, turned out pretty good. There'll be some good 308 bullets too, Chico. You're gonna do all right.
Is that the ones I gave you when you dropped me off?
Yes, sir.
Cool.
Now, Sharinda talking about her grocery list. That's funny because I've seen her grocery list on Instagram.
Yeah, would it go half and half? Coffee creamer, gunpowder, primers, goobers, coffee.
What?
Yeah, that's literally my grocery list. It's funny because there's always something that have to do with gun oil, cleaning solution mixed in with the food.
Uh-oh. You got to keep them clean. I tell you something else we need to do too is we got to share the recipe for Edge Red with Miss Sharinda.
Sorry, guys, wrong button.
Okay, Jamie, I got you on that, brother. I know I can dig that recipe up. It's everywhere.
It is. Actually, I'm pretty much give it to you. We talked about it before. It's equal parts of acetone, mineral spirits, or paint thinner, same thing, kerosene, and automatic transmission fluid.
But doesn't it make sense if you're gonna make it? It's a lot of it. Like you can split it up with your gun people, Sharinda, or
well,
because it makes a lot, right?
Well, especially for me, because I bought the gallon containers of each one, and I had 4 gallons when I got done. The automatic transmission fluid is going to be the most expensive part of it. But you know, you mix that stuff up and you got it, and it's so cheap per ounce when by the time you get it. So you got a little bit, Kyle?
Yeah, it's about to here.
The only thing you just can't ship that because of the chemical makeup of it.
Right. You can't really ship it, but
otherwise we ship it to you, Sharinda.
Yeah. I went ahead and
my mailman might not like that.
I went ahead and bought the gallon sized stuff of everything and just mixed it by the quart. And I had a quart of synthetic motor oil to mine. It makes it a little slicker.
yeah, I just mix it by the recipe, and there's enough lubrication for me in that automatic transmission fluid. As a matter of fact, I've had more than one. Yeah, there's several kinds, Miss Kitty. I've had more than one gunsmith tell me the only gun oil they'll use is automatic transmission fluid on the whole gun. But I don't know about that, but if that's what they want to do with their guns, that's good. I used the GM kind. I think it's Dextron 2 or Dextron 3. Is that right, Chico?
It's a lot of Dextron with GM.
Really?
But transmission's gonna have pretty much the same stuff in it. What's gonna be different is gonna be the modifiers, what the specific manufacturer recommends that work in their particular transmission. So they're basically comprised of the same components. And don't ask me what that is, but I use transmission fluid for a lot.
I never thought about that. I've been fortunate enough that I've had a pretty stable supply from Lucas Oil. They're one of our sponsors, so they always make sure they have a goodie bag of stuff for us.
That's cool. They do make good stuff.
Yeah.
Eagle, I have not used mine yet, but I need to because I got caught in the rain hunting the other day. I can't find what I did with it. It's in this cleaning stuff around here somewhere. But Kyle used Frog Loop for a long time, and but yeah, the Edge Red for a solvent is pretty cool. It's a lot cheaper per ounce than
Then your commercial cleaners and stuff, right? Then your branded cleaners.
right, a lot cheaper per ounce. Miss Kitty, the Ford kind tends to separate from what I've heard and seen. There's Michael Sines. What's up, brother? One thing I need to do that we need to do is one of the reason our brother Scotsman is here is we have started a GoFundMe page for our brother, Mr. Mike Treen. And we've got to be very careful about how we go about
announcing it and talking.
Yeah, how we say things. Scotsman beat me to the punch. I'm doing it anyway. Where'd all that mess come from? Never mind. Scotsman's good. Man, I tried to paste that and it just like put up a paragraph of stuff.
Told you, man. I showed up early. I was prepping.
Yeah, he was. So anyway, we have the link right there that the Scotsman put up, and I'll put it. Let me show it to y'all. It's gone. Hold on, let me chase it down. There it is. It's in the side chat. We'll post it several times tonight. But if y'all feel led to help Mike Treen out, y'all know that he's been diagnosed with cancer. He's talked to him today to get the okay for us to go forward with this. And Scotsman had already talked to him, but I wanted to check on him anyway. And he is going through chemo. And he said he felt better today than he did yesterday. He had a treatment yesterday, so he still has not had his operation yet. So they can use the help. So I encourage everybody to. We have a goal of $1,500, and once we get to the $1,500, we've got some goodies we're going to give away. And yes, ma'am.
So, question. Are we trying to exceed the goal? Because I know from personal experience, those cancer treatments are expensive, and $1,500 is just pennies on a dollar.
It's drop in the bucket. Yes, ma'am. But we've got 3 really nice prizes to give away. The Scotsman's donating 2 of them. You want to tell us about them?
Yeah. Before I get to that, real quick on Sharonda's point, this community has never failed to surprise me or surpass any goal we've ever set. So I foresee it going way over the goal. I really do, because this community is beyond awesome. That's about the only way I can say it. It's beyond awesome. Everyone has always stepped up to the plate. Everyone has always jumped on board when we've had something for someone. And it always amazes me and makes me proud to be a part of this community. So that being said, we have a press from the one, the only, where the hell are you? Chico? This way, that way? I don't know. Down computers throw me off. I think it's that way. There we go.
It is.
Yeah. So we got the press from Chico Wise. That is the Lee Challenger.
It is.
Lee. So we have that press. And then I also have 2 presses that I'm throwing in the mix too. The Frankfurt Arsenal M coaxial press and a Dillon Precision Square Deal B and 357 Magnum.
Sweet.
And I'll tell y'all if anybody forgets. So I donated that press for the last one, and who won it first? Christian Gresh won it, and he said throw it back in because he was already a reloader. Then Big Al won it, and you guys know Big Al's a reloader. He said throw it back in, so I want to give them credit because I just donated it the first time, you know. So I want to thank them guys, both of them, for throwing it back in.
I'm sure more will get added to the pot.
Yeah, I can't do anything like that, but I got those foam action blocks, the foam action shooting blocks. I'm thinking of getting some of those made up with my channel logo on it. I'm thinking I'm gonna throw one of them in with each press. So
whoever wins the presses, I will throw in some brass for whatever caliber, if I have the caliber that you reload or want to reload.
Like I say,
I do have a lot of brass over here, so I'll figure that out.
Can I ask a quick question too?
absolutely.
I know on those GoFundMe's that you can elect to donate anonymously, so it doesn't show your name. I've done it a couple of times because I don't want some friends to know I've donated to some kids' things and others I haven't. Can they, if anyone opts to do that, can they message you directly that they donated like take a screenshot and send you the donation notification?
As a matter of fact, that's what we need for everyone to do. If you make a donation and you want to be in the drawing, then we need you to send either me or Scotsman or Chico an email and with the screenshot, and we'll enter you into the drawings. But we've got to be very careful to understand that this is not a raffle. These are merely incentives for you to show our appreciation of your caring for Mike. And for the name of that we picked out is Reloaders Lives Matter, and they do. So yeah, thank you in advance for what we know you're going to do.
And I just got a message. The pot's already been increased. They said they may want to stay anonymous, so we won't go with names. But I just got a message from someone there throwing 100 rounds of 357 Magnum.
Awesome.
Cool. Yeah, I looked at some 357 Magnum today. I was at my gun store, and we're talking about cases and different. Talking about 308 cartridges. I saw some cartridges that were unbelievable, but the cheap no-name 357 Magnum was $20 a box, and that's part of the reason I reload. I looked at some 35 Remington ammo, and it was $28 a box for the Remington stuff. So, and we know about Remington. They may go pop, they may not. So,
well, it's actually gone down. I was looking at Cabela's at 35 Remington, and all I found were ballistic tip for some reason, and they were $36 a box, and it was like Blazer or something like that. It was just cheap ammo, and it was outrageously expensive.
yeah, when you say ballistic tips, are you talking about the
It wasn't the nylon points. It was like tungsten or something like that. Anything. It's something you would not want to use in a tubular magazine.
Yeah,
I didn't even know why they were selling that, because you got a lever action 35 or you got a single shot 35. You know, that's about what I've seen.
yeah, I would like it a lot if someone would make AR-10 in 35 Remington, or a bolt gun.
Well, you could really go through some money with an AR-10 and 35 Remington.
Hey, Jamie, check the chat. I think we just got something else thrown in too.
Oh yeah, for sure. And I don't know if y'all know, but I know already. I want to say we already got one donation, so I definitely appreciate it. I'll leave those names if you guys want to check. Y'all can go over there and check. But I already got a notification about that, so I thank you, brother. He's out there.
Yeah, I'm waiting on payday. I got to grab a couple of shirts and then take care of this.
So, Kent Eagle, are you saying that you're going to throw in the auto processor press from Lee that hadn't even been released yet?
Mm-hmm.
That would be. That's.
I thought the name sounded weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is not been released yet. So.
Pot just got bigger.
Again.
Yeah.
And
Thanks. Yep. Thoughts of an old soldier.
thank
Yes,
you,
sir.
brother. So, yes, Kenny said yes, he's donating this press. Thoughts of an Old Soldier is throwing in one of his books, one each of his books. And I also yeah, Kenny is connected. Yeah. Yeah, Andy. Another press he's got to buy.
I'm pretty happy with the handful that I have. I don't. If I'm, my subconscious is saying, if you're going to get another press, you got to get rid of one of them.
Okay, hold on 1 second, guys. I've got a. Well, never mind. That was a. Okay. Chico, we're almost half an hour in. You want to do your thing, brother?
I definitely will. Let me scroll to the top because normally that's how it works. So the very first one is the very first one. My brother's sitting next to me up here. The crazy Scotsman's on the panel with us. Mad Max, Gus, Jeff. We got JH586 always with us. I always say JRB, but you guys know him as Johnny's Reloading Bench. Andy79, Z28. We got James Pollard, Vanessa Kitty, Floyd Hicks. Kyle Luss is on the panel with us. Thoughts of an Old Soldier. Thank you, brother. Kingpin. We got Fuzz T48. Paul. I would screw that name up, so forgive me, Paul. Signal Soldier 31. Rich White. Thanks for joining us. I think I've seen you here before. Chris 338. Eagle Eye Shooting, another awesome brother. JCM 45, another awesome brother. We got Sharinda Burtz here with us on the panel. Awesome young lady. A unicorn. Hemi Scrub. We've got Roon is out there. Hey, brother. We also have many others. Cranky Cletus. James Pollard already said, but you get a double one, brother. We got Pony _ 47. Texas Outlaw Michael Sines. Walter Davis. I'm still scrolling. Big Al. Hey, brother. Thanks for joining us. HRM Weapons Machinist. And we have more. I say Kingpin. Thorax is out there. We got NY Outcast, Reloader 762. Some of you comment more than others. Armament and Axis. Thanks for joining us, brother. Larry Palmer. Lead Bullet Junkies out there. Who else? It just jumped on me. And let me do one more participants list. See if I miss anybody. Edward Petty, Jesse B Outdoors, Just in Time Prepping, Razor JB, Room, Thorax, Thoughts of an Old Soldier, 10 Man, Vanessa Kitty. Thanks, guys, for joining us. If I miss you, no, this is how it happens. If you comment a lot, I see you more often, but I always use two different things to see the side chat. I use the pop-out list and the participants list. So thanks for joining us for a Friday night, helping us out. And the 10 Man is in the building. How you doing, brother?
Good. How are you, man?
Good, man. Thanks for joining us, man.
Hey, thanks for having me. Appreciate it.
Welcome, Tin Man. It's always a blessing to see you. Blessing to have you on with us.
Good to see
There's
you.
a legend right there. Look at that.
Legend.
Right there. Yeah. Right.
Oh.
Tin Man.
That
The
guy.
Tin Man.
That guy.
Tin Man,
Camera.
have you ever seen a real unicorn?
A real unicorn. I have not.
Okay.
Georgia
We got a
made one
unicorn
out of
with us
squirrel.
tonight. I don't know if you know Pink Shear Surrender. You don't know Surrender Birds?
Nice to meet you.
Surrender, that's Tin Man. That's our brother. He's a good dude also. And Tin Man, that is Surrender.
I saw a video about unicorn hunting, but all they saw were does.
Oh man, yeah, I missed that too.
I think Ozark. I think they found a tarsal.
Yep, they did find a tarsal gland. Yep. Tried to attract a male in with Lucky Charm. God, that was a funny video.
Hey guys, real quick, I hate to butt in. PC Bullet Empire, I'm sorry. I want to shout him out because some more started loading into the chat. PC Bullet Empire, Andy 79 Z28 Lead Bullet Junkie. And I think that was it. I scrolled through 4 or 5 times. My computer's slow. You know I'm in the dirty South, guys.
Hey, I got a quick question too. I heard 357 and lost my mind. What was the 357 that was donated?
The press
Was
or
it
ammo?
ammo or a press? Which one
Ammo.
was it? Ammo?
Yeah, there's some ammo donated to go with the press. Yeah.
Okay. Well, is it a Dillon's press or which press?
It's a Dillon Square Deal B.
Okay, so I am willing to throw in my new 357 set for that too. That's where I disappeared to. I'm like, I know I have one, never used it. Don't plan on using it anytime soon. They're brand new, never used. I can toss those in too.
Cool.
And hey, Surrender.
Yes.
What press does that go to? Are they the
This one will go with the let me double check. It may be for 550.
If it's for 550, it'll go to anyone.
Double check because
Yeah.
this is an older Square Deal B too. It's a progressive press.
Yeah, and the Square Deal B
take proprietary dies.
It's proprietary.
Okay. Well,
Jocelyn, it's already got dies in it, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. It's already set up. Only thing you gotta do is decide where you want to seat your bullet. That's it. And how much powder you want to drop.
Okay.
Well, yeah, that's the thing.
It's got everything with it, including the roller handle.
Yeah, they did those. They did the Square Deal B's caliber specific. You can get different tool heads, but Dillon does all the work for you.
Okay. I didn't catch that part. Well, I'm sure I could find something Dillon related in my magic stash because that's what unicorns do.
I'm sure. Do you have any Dillon calendars? Fuzz wanted to know.
Dillon calendars?
Yes.
No, but they do send me the catalog now, so I feel like that I'm on the list. I get them every time they come out. I'm excited. I call it porn.
Reloader porn.
Yep.
Reloader porn. Actually, I got a Dillon book. Not last week, I think. Hadn't opened it. I stuck it in the pile with the other ones.
Just send it to Big Al, Sharinda.
All right.
He wants a calendar. Look,
I
guys,
will check and see.
There is this thing. We all know somebody that has been touched by cancer. We've either had a good friend, a family member, or somebody. Well, this is a chance. We're just presenting you with an opportunity to help a brother shooter, reloader, and caster who is struggling with it now, and that's it. So, yeah, reloader porn, all of the blue Kool-Aid. Look at Chico up there in front of his. So, Yeah, so
She's greedy. She's greedy.
she hungry, ain't she?
She
Mine's
always
right here.
No, right here.
Not
Oh,
here.
yeah.
Mine's actually, well, let me put my hand on it. It's right here.
Well,
I'm holding some 270s up.
so
Yeah, I gotta crank the handle. I gotta get some ammo loaded up for next week.
what's next week? Big shoot.
You'll find out soon enough.
Okay.
You'll find out.
It'll be fine.
That, boys and girls, is how we talk to our friends.
It'll be fine.
So, and we keep getting these stories. What I started to say a while ago, we have all had somebody touched by this, and for you guys out there, now surrender. This probably doesn't apply to you, but we all know that there's this thing called No Shave November. So
I have so many jokes right now.
go ahead.
Nope, I'm gonna let them pass. Totally inappropriate.
Oh, come on. Where's your sense of adventure?
But this,
We
but this
just
remember,
don't
because
say
I'm
period.
not cut up with you. You know that from last week.
I mean, it's No Shave November.
Look around.
Shaving is illegal. Shaving is illegal.
It may not be illegal, but it's certainly unethical and immoral. But
Yeah, Vanessa Kitty got it right.
so I just got a text from my son Jay's watching. He needs to be on here commenting.
Hey, Jay.
Thanks for watching, son. I love you. Anyway, Kingpin, I'm glad you asked that question. I started last November. It's been almost a year since the clippers have touched my whiskers. So
Wow.
It's been a little over a year. It's probably about a year and a half, almost 2 years for me. I think no.
Not even the mustache, Jamie?
well, yeah, I keep my mustache trimmed up. I have to play on Sunday mornings.
Gotcha.
I have to play.
The last time I shaved was when I shaved live on camera for you guys for CMAX. That was the last time I shaved.
Yeah, Jay's texting me if y'all keep hearing these bings. He can't come on and comment because he's watching on his big screen. I feel bad for him watching us on a big screen, but obviously there's no football on or he wouldn't be watching us. But anyway, I appreciate him watching. Jay's was as long, if not longer than mine, and he got a promotion at work and changed jobs and all this crap. And he had to cut his back off, but he's growing his back out now. And the thing about No Shave November is to bring attention to men for prostate cancer. When you go to your doctor, guys, and please go have a checkup every year. Make sure your doctor is checking your PSA numbers because nobody wants to be
Behind the 8-ball.
well, what I'm thinking is have a false sense of security. You go to the doctor and you leave and you think, well, he didn't tell me nothing was wrong, so I must be good. And then the whole time you've got this growing inside you. And I don't know this for a fact, but I suspect that that's what happened to Mike. Is his doctor wasn't checking his PSA numbers. It started in his prostate and spread out into his bladder and other things. Yeah, Warsaw, I'm not talking about that, but I will do this for you, brother.
Yeah, definitely get that checked because you guys' prostate cancer is a lot. It's not as brutal as a woman's mammogram and breast cancer test. So stop whining, cough, bend it over, tuck it, do what you need to do.
And I think with the testicular stuff, I think we kind of and I know I'm going to take a lot of grief for this, so just bring it on. I think we need to be like the ladies with breast cancer. I think we need to be examining ourselves and letting the doctor know if we have any kind of changes going on.
I got one better. I mean, who's better to notice the changes first than your woman? Have us check.
Hell, I'm gonna go check me right now.
I like the way she thinks. And if you don't have one, go find one. I'm sure you can find someone willing to help.
Especially at the gun range if you let her shoot your guns.
It may cost you $25, but you can find somebody.
Yeah.
Never mind, I ain't saying that. So Tim,
All right, let's put the lid back on that.
yeah, you just can't put Pandora back in that box, can you? And see, we keep getting stories about loved ones that. And let me tell you this about prostate cancer, guys. If you're a man and you are diagnosed with prostate cancer, if you've got to have cancer, that's the best one to have if you're a man, because it can be eliminated and treated very easily if caught early. Yes, your life is going to change, but you're not going to wind up in a worst case scenario, hopefully. There's a lot of different treatments. One of my heroes as a kid was the guy that used to be the catcher for the Braves, and then he was the manager, Joe Torre. Do y'all remember Joe Torre?
Mm-hmm. The Dodgers.
The Braves. Well, he played for a lot of clubs, but I think he played first base by the time he got to the Braves, because he was in the twilight of his career. But he was manager here for a while, and he was diagnosed with prostate cancer, and he chose to have surgery, have his removed. I'm trying to keep up and talk at the same time, and I don't. 10 man, we got a message for you out there. Did you see it, Big Al?
I'm scrolling.
Yeah, Big Al knows Joe Torre.
Yankees. That's where I remember him from. That's it.
Duly noted, Big Al. Appreciate that.
I want to add to that too. Technology and medical research is changing every year. One day you guys may go in and get your prostate cancer test, and all they're doing is drawing blood. I had thyroid cancer. That's the cancer you want to have if you're going to get it, honestly. And because cancer runs through my family, I don't have to get a lot of the tests, because most of the major cancers that run in my family, they can now do DNA tests on them. So if you don't have the marker, you don't have to go and get it checked as frequently, if at all. So you never know. Next year, you guys may just be getting blood drawn. Don't be scared.
Oh, they take about 1.5 gallons from me every 6 months.
Mm-hmm.
And the biggest thing to what Jamie was saying too is getting checked early and getting checked a lot. If you catch it early, there's a much higher success rate of getting rid of it.
Absolutely, that's my point. I agree. Warsaw. There's my boy. And y'all pray for him, because he had to grow up with me being not just his dad, but his baseball and basketball coach.
Yeah, I've been there.
Come on, HRM. You got to go to your doctor, buddy. But tonight, the topic is 308. We've got 58 watching. and we can get off on this. Yeah, that's great news, Michael. Let me put that up there. If I can find it again, there you go.
That's good to hear.
Absolutely. And then Fuzz got a story as well.
Wow. It's horrible.
Fuzz, I'd hunt her down and get my money one way or another.
Be careful how you tell Fuzz to hunt, because he might not hunt her down the way you want him to.
Yeah. MCK sent me a text earlier this week and asking me what I thought of the 7mm 08. He needs to talk to Georgia Boy about that. But as I suspected, Mark, one of the former Wildcat cartridges of 308 Winchester is the 7mm 08. So 6-shooter Texans here, Hondo, Texas. Thanks for joining us. Thanks to all of y'all for joining us. We've been up to, I'm showing 57 now. We were up to 58 just a minute or two ago. So we want to thank all y'all for coming in on a Friday night again. So
It's because of all the pillow talk.
yeah. It's all right, 10, man. Don't worry about it, brother. How's your week been, brother?
It's been good. I'm having some time with just me and the wife and hanging out, catching up, getting some stuff done. Casted about 20 pounds of 9mm bullets the other day and just hanging out.
That's cool, man.
A long casting session.
I've got where when I go out there, I'll pick 1 or 2 molds and just run the pot dry.
Yep.
And then fill it back up and go again. And when I'm doing pistol load, I try to use just those stick-on wheel weights.
Mm-hmm.
Jerry, you're getting away from me there, buddy. Actually, I think that's going to be a tough one, Jerry. I think technically most of these are derived from the 8mm Mauser, but I believe the 7mm Mauser technically came out before the 8mm Mauser because Paul Mauser had released the 7mm to other countries before the 98. So these a lot of the South American Mausers that you see chambered in 7mm actually were released before the 8mm. So I think technically you may be right there, Jerry. I've always thought of them as derivatives of the 8mm Mauser. The 7.92 JS is its technical term, I believe. Yeah, that the side effects of so many of these treatments are horrendous and scary.
Yes, they are.
Okay, soldier, thanks for joining us for a while, buddy. Have to go to Fort Bragg tomorrow. All right, good deal. What were those movies with here you go one more time? What were those movies that I know Tin Man's a movie freak. The Sylvester Stallone movies where he was a soldier, and he kept saying, "I just want to go home. I just want to get back to Fort Bragg. I just want to go back to Bragg."
Rambo.
Yeah, I think
Yep.
so.
Yep.
Yeah, I was gonna say Rambo. If you don't know Rambo, I don't know. You shouldn't be.
They're coming out with Rambo 47, I think.
Yeah.
They do have a new Rambo movie. It's supposed to be pretty good from what I heard.
Yeah, but he doesn't even have long hair in this one.
Well, he's got to cut the hair at some point. I mean, he's got to grow a beard though. See, that's where he's failing. He's failing big time by not having the beard.
I'm surprised he doesn't have a walker.
Stallone.
I think
Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing what MCK comes up with the 7mm 08. I think Scotsman, aren't you thinking about a 243
I finished the 243.
AR-10 build?
Yep. I got to put a scope on it still, but other than that, it's finished.
nice.
Cotton Hill.
Yep. And that one actually has a name already. The other ones don't have a name yet. I still got to name the 6.5 Creedmoor, and I still got to name the 6.5 Grendel. But the 243 is called the Kingpin.
The what?
Kingpin.
Cool.
Since the wonderful friend he's no longer on the site yet, but Kingpin was graceful enough to donate some parts, so therefore it's called the Kingpin.
Very cool.
There's let me show you a couple of comments. There's another one from my son.
Lost my shins in Vietnam. I swam 2 miles in that boat and I crawled in a barrel full of stocky. Hidden in stocky water for about 3 hours. Took all with a spoon.
Oh, golly.
I miss that show.
All right, apparently, yeah, Warsaw, man, you keep running from me. Warsaw shaved his beard. What's up with that?
I shaved mine 2 days ago because I knew I wasn't going to all this month, so got it out of the way.
So you are observing No Shave November?
I am.
Well, thank you very much, brother. And I think all of us men folk need to seriously think about that. So Scotsman got a toy.
All right, there's the 243 minus the scope.
Dang.
Yeah, man, nice break too.
That is the Fortis break.
Fortis.
So I'm looking forward to trying that because that has a lot of good reviews on it.
And that looks like a 22-inch heavy fluted barrel.
24.
Oh my goodness.
Stretch that bad boy out.
Well, Miss Surrender, we appreciate your support. Tell your wonderful husband that we appreciate it too. And yeah.
Are we ever going to talk about 308?
Yeah, JRB's in the side, and I know Ocean asked too. So look, I want everyone to know this though. It ain't about my 308. 308 is like, I think me and Jamie talked about it. It's like a very popular caliber. But it just fits that I got a 308 also. But I can answer JRB's question. The first bullet I'm probably going to try out. Uncle Jim sent me 147 grain. What were they? I don't know the name of them, but they 147 grain. And a lot of you guys, if you're on Instagram and girls, if y'all don't know, I recently won a giveaway on Instagram from Acura Bullets Company. And it was like bullet of choice.
Nice.
But they only had 2 options. So they had a 120 grain bullet and a 200 grain bullet. And from my research, the 200 grain is probably suited more towards subs. So I end up getting 120 grain bullet. 500 of them. That's how we said it in Dirty South. 100. You got to. So
500.
500. But I'm gonna try some other bullets. I'll also tell you, I sent Jamie some bullets of my first NOE rifle bullet that I ever cast, and those are 158 grain. I think they drop in about like 156 maybe. You got that bullet? Well, hold up.
I do. It's right here.
Chico, the 200 grains and that area right there are more suited towards target shooting. They're more stable. You're not really going to get, there's not a whole lot of bullet designs out there that'll expand and everything for hunting. So they're more for target rounds.
I was showing this to Chico before we went live. I really like that color. This is architectural bronze from Eastwood's, what he was telling me. I know Eagle's done some 308. He's working on 308 right now, as a matter of fact.
JRB, I think these are plated. I don't know if they're the copper white. Well, they're not jacketed. They're plated. Yeah. So all I had to do was send them my, basically my shipping info, and they said pick any bullet. And I cast a lot of, pistol bullets. So they only had, in 30 caliber, they only had 2 grains of bullets, 120 and 200. So I was just like, let me go with the 200. I mean, the 120. So that's what I went with, just because I want them. I think I'm going to try some other bullets.
Bless you.
Bless you. Yep.
Sorry about that. I was trying to get to the mute button, but I didn't make it.
In the heavier range, 168, 178, I believe. But that mode I has, what Jamie's showing, is 158. So I'll try out a few different ones. I got a question. Well, I've asked this. If you guys in like the reloading group over there on the FB, I recently picked up some powder at like a steal. So Accurate 2460. A lot of people saying Accurate something else. I don't know. I got some Accurate 2460 that I'm gonna use because the price, I couldn't turn it down. So
4064. Hodgson 4064 is my go-to on 308. It's my go-to on a couple of different rifles. I had the best standard deviations, the best chrono numbers, and it didn't stretch the brass too bad. Didn't start blowing out primers because I thankfully have good headspace. But at my 208 grain rounds that we were shooting out at dead zero, those are compressed maximum loads going to 208 grain bullet going 2680 feet per second, I think. And it's a tack driver. You just dial in the dope on the scope, and that's where the bullet goes, as long as you adjust for your windage.
That is screaming for a 208.
Yes, it is. You pull the handle on the press very gingerly.
Yep. That's Kenny's territory with the 30-inch barrel getting up there.
And that's one of the fun things about the reloading process is you can dial it in, man. That's exactly what you want. You can dial it in and play with it, and it can be the cheapest rifle out there with the cheapest scope. But if you take your time and dial in your ammunition, you got it.
Yes, sir.
I took my press with me down to the shooting property and sat there for 2 days. Cleaning, had brass cleaning. I was in there sizing, and you load up 5 rounds, go shoot them. Load up 5 rounds, go shoot them. Load up 5 rounds, go shoot them. And you'd be amazed at how this powder charge, you can't hit the target 5 times. This powder charge, you've only got 2 holes. It's weird. And play with seat depths and all that stuff. It's a rabbit hole to go down, but it's fun.
So I got a question for people out there who loads for 308. What is your what's your favorite bullet weight? Mario's crazy.
Mine was the 208 AMAX, but they quit making it. Now they've got the 208 ELD match. I hadn't played around with those a lot, but I do like me some Sierra Tip Match Kings. This is all I have left out of a bag of 500. And we also shot those at Dead Zero.
Okay. A little history. 308 Winchester was introduced in 1952, 2 years prior to NATO's adoption of the 7.62 by 51 millimeter NATO T65. Winchester branded the cartridge, introduced it in the commercial hunting market as 308 Winchester, and chambered the Model 70, the Model 100, and the Model 88 rifles for the new chambering. Since then, 308 Winchester has become the most popular short-action big game hunting cartridge worldwide. It's used for hunting, target shooting, metallic silhouette, bench rest target, Palma, metal matches, military sniping, and police sharpshooting. One of the things that kind of flipped my wig when I found this out was that the 308 Winchester has higher pressures than the 7.62 by 51 NATO, and it's just the opposite in 223.
Yep.
So that was really weird to me. But it's a very versatile cartridge. Y'all all know the bullet ranges that you can get in 30 caliber projectiles. I mean, you can get so much stuff, so many different bullet weights. So yeah, it basically 308 came out from Winchester in 52, and it was derived from the 7mm, 8mm military round. So yeah. Anything else we want to know history-wise? Some of the Wildcats, 7mm 08, obviously, is just a shortened version of the 7mm military Mauser.
Chico,
Idaho.
we need to meet up somewhere, either at the Varsity over at Chili Dog or something. I've got a bunch of these. Let's see. These Lee 150 grains. You can gas check them if you want. I never have. They shoot real good. The 200 grain, same style bullets, just 200 grain. Those are the ones that Tim kept bugging me about so bad. I just bought him the mold. I got tired of shipping him bullets, so I just bought him the mold. He loves those. I haven't found a pet load for those yet, but they do shoot good. Just not what I'm looking for with what I'm doing with my 308. It's strictly a target rifle at this point. I don't even hunt with it.
Cool. Hey, look, I want to piggyback off Sharenda's question because I want to clarify. Are you asking barrel length or manufacturer?
My bad. I meant manufacturer.
Okay.
Well, we need to talk about that because that kind of relates to Tin Man's question about the Remington 700. Remington 700 is a fine platform to start with. If you're going to do a build on a Remington 700, please change the trigger. We had that discussion a week or two ago.
Yep, I remember.
If it makes you feel any better, I haven't bought a single part yet.
Yeah, 308, Johnny, and Kenny too. The videos I've seen, 308 is either really good or it's all over the place. And so bear with it, Chico.
Yeah. You know, I'll tell you guys. some people gave me crap over there on Facebook about this powder. But when I bought this powder, at the reloading store I was at had a reloading manual. So I went in for 308 and even 762 by 39 because you guys know I want to load for that, and a lot of guys sent me some books for that. That of it. So a lot of people telling me Varg. I heard a lot. You guys know that's cool. They and 308 and I don't know. I pay bucks for this, brand new, unopened. So, but this will also work in 223, and you guys know I'll be loading that soon. I've already got the dies. I got plenty of brass for that, but I want to work on 308 first, basically. And you just had like some. I don't think that community was as some people was not as giving or helpful as like our groups are, because everybody helps. And I'm fine with people critiquing me stuff that I don't know, but so yeah, now I'm thinking I should have got those 200 grain bullets, but I've got 158, and I'm looking at some right now that Jamie sent me 170, Georgia Boy sent me some, MCK sent me some, Uncle Jim sent me some. I got a lot of 308 stuff, and those are all cast. But as far as the plated stuff, these are the first ones I have besides the ones Uncle Jim sent me. Thank you, Uncle Jim, if you're still out there listening. For society.
But see, it's not a bad thing to go with a lighter weight either, because that gives you more opportunity to play with your powders and play with the numbers and get that dialed in to where you want it to be.
Right.
You figure out whether that lighter bullet works better for you versus the heavier bullet.
Right.
Every barrel is going to be different. Every barrel is not going to be the same.
Yeah, out of what happened to Tin Man took off.
That is high for Varget, but a lot of people been telling me Varget. I see what Paul just said. A lot of people I've been hearing Varget, and is it 4095?
4064.
Yeah, 4064. People been saying that.
48.
I've got Varget. I don't really use it for 308. I've tried a couple of different loads, but I like the 4064 performance better.
But you guys know how I am too. If it's in my area, if what's readily available, I'm trying to avoid all hazmat fees. So,
Academy's got plenty of, or not Academy, Cabela's got plenty of it. They got it in the 8-pound tubs.
Yeah. I just left Academy today. All I seen was 223, tight group, and so 2 other hydrogen powders.
Go to Cabela's, dude. You live down
me, or is Academy starting to get really crappy with their stock?
They're cutting back on some certain stuff. I kind of talked to the people in there, and I remember last year this time it was stocked up. I was buying stuff, getting rebates, so they're cutting back. I don't know how that happens. Could be because it's Christmas season coming up, Black Friday, and all of that. But
1 second.
No problem. We had an hour and 22. Thanks everybody in the side chat for stopping through. I see Cranky Cletus. You know what? I do have a question. And I know I need to fire for my brass. I know Tin Man can expound on that since he's on the panel. He said he don't have nothing to help with 308, and I disagree because I think rifle reloading always, regardless of what caliber. So can you expound on that a little bit, fire foreman brass?
My experience with it is if you have brand new brass, everybody says, bump your shoulder back 1 or 2 thousandths. But the problem is if your brass isn't fitting your chamber to begin with, to bump it 1 or 2 thousandths back from fitting your chamber, you have to fire it at least once, maybe twice before you can start bumping that shoulder back. Before you get a good seal on it. That's what I noticed. I know, like for instance, if I take a piece of Starline brass and I fire it in my compass, if I only neck size that brass and don't do anything with the shoulder, it's still below SAMI maximum headspace and the headspace gauge. So it needs to stretch out a little bit before we worry about bumping the shoulder. I mean, it'll work either way, but to get it tight, I mean, fire it a couple times. And then like Kenny's video, that is an awesome method to, use your bolt for the feel. I would go with that for sure.
So my question to that is, since I haven't started rifle reloading yet, but I will be. I have all the dies and stuff for it. I just haven't got it in there yet. I still got to get some other bits and pieces, but same thing apply with semi-auto versus bolt action.
Semi-auto, you need a full length size. I don't think you should. I don't think you can get away with just neck sizing only for semi-auto. I would do full length size. As far as bumping the shoulder back, it depends on what your rifle, your chamber of your rifle. I mean, if your rifle likes a longer headspace, then you get away with it without bumping the shoulder back. You just kind of got to size one, figure it out, and then I don't know if you can maybe take a case and size it and then try to close your bolt on it to test that, to see where you're at on that. I don't know. I've never really tried to gauge my headspace on my AR. I just I use my headspace gauge, and that works well for me. Stay below the max on that. Kenny would probably have a lot better info than I would on that.
The best way to do it that I've found, because I've gotten new 308 brass. I've only bought new 308 brass once. All of it's been once fired brass that I've gotten online or picked up at the range that somebody left that I know it was once fired brass. Take the new brass. It's going to be too short for your overall length. It's just that way all the time. Just go ahead and load a crap round through it with some junk powder, whatever you got that just laying around, just something to expand it. And then take it, clean it, prep it like you always do, and do it again without sizing it. Just neck size it so you can seat the bullet. Don't change anything. Fire it twice and then go off that measurement. And then once you have that measurement for your headspace, take a piece of brass and shoot it once it's already been sized, but then come back and neck size it again, shoot it again, and see if your headspace changed. Keep doing that until it's as long as it's going to get, because now that fits your chamber and you know what your headspace is.
Mm-hmm.
If you've got a really hard bolt closure, you've got a problem. Your head way too high.
Sorry, man. Have y'all ever heard of Vidavori 10-star? They say you can. Somebody was asking of it earlier. But first of all, Chico, I'll tell you this. I never would have thought this powder would work good in 35 Remington, and it did. This is your friend. You will love this powder.
Is that one that you can fill it all the way up to the rim or something?
No.
Okay.
No, it just shoots lights out in 35 Remington, which is a short base, short action case like 308.
Yeah, I was with Jamie when he shot that. He looks at me and goes, "I don't think we need to load anymore. This is it."
25 yards, it was stacking them right on top of each other, but we were at the indoor range and we could have shot it.
And I'll answer questions if anybody in there. Most of my brass is Lake City.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead, Jamie. Sorry.
That's okay. You got this has data right on the cover. And you guys can think or say what you want about Shooter's World powder. The stuff that I've used from Shooter's World, I've been very pleased with. Of course, I'm not the most experienced reloader in the house. Obviously, we got Kenny and JRB. A lot of you guys have been doing it a whole lot longer than I have. But that stuff, I love, that heavy pistol.
Well, here's why I like the Shooter's World, and I haven't bought any yet, but here's why I like it, because you've told me personally that if you email the guy or you send a message, that he will call you and break it all down for you. And that right there is huge when it comes to not only customer service, but making sure you are on the right path and not screwing something up.
Yeah, they got killer customer service. Well, we talked to one of their reps, me and Jamie did, at the gun show down here, and it's over here. He gave me a pamphlet that breaks down every single one of their powders and what it's comparable to on any burn chart in any reloading manual that you'll find, as long as that reloading manual is not from 1912. You know, if it's got up to date information in it, if the load that you're looking at uses this powder is the exact same weight. Use it. So I've got it over here. You can also get it online. Go to shootersworld.com. They've got it's a little PDF file. You can just print it off yourself. But he actually gave us the
look like that.
he gave us those.
Those are definitely online. You can either save it on your computer or device. But yeah, it does have a lot of good information on their powder.
Yeah, shows exactly what it's comparable to.
Sharina, have you ever tried Shooters World powders at all?
No, I hadn't even heard of them until now.
Chico, she's sponsored by Hodgson, bro.
I know, but I got to ask.
She had to.
You know, I am sponsored by them, but you know, I'm also under the mindset if I don't try others, how can I give an honest opinion?
Right. I know OCD. He changed the name. Y'all remember we had Chris CDC Outdoors on? He changed his name to OCD Outdoors. So a little play on words there, I think. So don't get run off. Don't let that fool you. It's still the same cool dude.
Right.
And that Tin Man, have you seen his 6.5 Grendel that he built? OCD.
I think I might have watched that one. I remember when he was using the tactical Shooters World tactical rifle, and he had really good luck with that one. I'm not sure if I saw the Grendel video or not.
Okay, let's talk about this. I don't know if y'all realize this or not, but first of all, Shooters World is the Lovett brand powders from Europe imported in here. Used to not Accurate, but what was the other one?
Was it Western?
Huh?
Western?
No. Anyway, a lot of their powders went by another name, and then Winchester bought, Western Powders bought Accurate. And then they lost their outlet in America because Winchester wanted to sell their powders under the same brand name as what they were doing. So a lot of these powders are exactly the same thing. So, for example,
propellants. That's what's on the bottle.
Do what?
Lovett's propellants.
Right.
And it's bottled by Shooters World.
Right.
Yeah, they used to call their powders like the DB something. Yeah.
They have like if you go online and get their load manual, they'll have the D name of it. So it may pop up with the D name. It's like a letter and a number.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, thanks, Big E. I knew that Western Powders was involved in there somewhere.
Yeah, Accurate was the one that they, and then Alliant is what their Western's selling it now. But yeah, man, my brain hurts. So one more thing I want to talk about. I put a post up on Headspace on our page, the Georgia Shooting Connection. If y'all have questions about reloading, or if you have a topic that you want us to cover, or whatever, please go over there and just post the question or comment or whatever. We'll be glad to hear from you. All of us are also on Slack if you want to get in touch with any of us. We're
all a bunch of slackers.
Yeah, pretty much.
I really need to stop acting like an old person and get up on these apps and technology.
And for those of you that were suffering from the same problem that I was on it being extremely difficult to upload to the Reloaders Network with an iPhone, Bacon has totally changed it. It's click, click, done. It's 2 clicks and you're done once you type in the name. Me and him had a conversation about it the other day, and he wanted to know how it worked because he saw that I posted something. I said, "Man, it was gravy. Thank you. It's super easy now." I didn't have that problem until I think my iPhone updated or something. I didn't have that problem. Then all of a sudden it was like, ugh.
And we just posted the link again out there. But guys, if you can't donate, do us a favor, share it. Share that link, because even that helps huge. So Facebook, wherever you're at, share that link out there, and that'll help a lot.
Good night, Warsaw. He's probably already gone. I'm trying to catch up. You guys are blowing up my comments.
Blowing it up.
Don't forget, smash that thumbs up.
Absolutely.
Yes, sir.
You have to try what, Julio? Everything's been flying by so quick, and we're talking about so much stuff. I'm not too sure what you're talking about.
Right. I'm kind of kicking myself in the pants because I made a powder order from Powder Valley, and I bought an 8-pound jug of a Ramshot Exterminator, and I had a pound of that tactical rifle in my cart, and it was only $20. And I'm like, I've already got a bunch of powders, and I don't want to do any more load development. I already know what works. But I should have just bought it. I already had the hazmat fee anyway, so yep, screwed the pooch on that one.
What we do is if we have to order stuff online, like we couldn't find small pistol primers or large rifle primers anywhere. And me and a couple of other guys that I shoot with and we reload, we all went in together. You're going to pay a hazmat fee, you're going to pay a hazmat fee. You might as well get 10,000 primers,
right?
60 pounds of powder. And by then you get free shipping through most places. So me and about 5 other people went in together real quick because sometimes the stuff's in stock, sometimes it's not. They dump the stuff on the website, boom, it's gone.
Yep.
Everybody ended up getting fully stocked. I think each of us spent about $250, and we paid $38 in hazmat and got a pallet.
Yeah, that's the way to do it for sure. And Powder Valley, if you guys don't know Powder Valley is a really good place to go look and shop on. They have a lot of things that most places don't carry, including Shooter's World powder.
Yep. They usually have it in stock too.
I wonder, is anybody besides Jamie and Kyle in Georgia in the side chat?
Oh, in the side chat.
I got a deal for you. You just gotta drive to it. Jamie, no.
North Georgia?
Yeah, I can be there in like 9 hours.
Hey, look, I'll just tell you. I said this powder right here, and I think most people know, but where is it at? Anybody familiar with this powder right here?
Yep.
Oh yeah,
United States.
Yep.
They changed the
you
label
can get this real right
now for a long time.
You looking for it, Kyle?
No, I said they changed the label design of it, and I'd be walking right past it and couldn't find it.
Mad Max. Gus is in Georgia.
So why aren't you on the panel, Mad Max?
Yeah, we're gonna have to get him on here.
Well, where were you talking about going?
Mouse Pond.
Oh.
Are y'all ready to make me jealous again?
Yeah, you got to drive to get it.
I just trying to. Do you know, Kyle, how much this was?
No clue.
$14.
Why didn't you buy a bottle of every damn thing they had?
I didn't have enough money.
Oh, come on,
Bought a
Chico. You
Carl,
ain't
you're talking to the deal seeker of deal seekers.
I just bought a rifle,
You know how
man.
much money he spends?
man, it ain't, yeah, your gas budget's probably pretty high driving from store to store to store to save a nickel.
So look, this is what happened. I was dropping my truck off at the body shop. I'm already about to get a truck fixed, and I was like, let me go down here. I'm like right around the corner. It was like, well, we got this whole table 50% off. So,
Damn.
Winchester 296 and that accurate 24.6 is what I got.
Chico, I'm gonna need your Cash App handle because the way you be posting these deals, I'm gonna need to Cash App you some funds to grab me some and send it this way.
No doubt.
And you know what? That's the sucky part about what we do. You know, primers, because sometimes I'll find primers at ridiculous deals and powder. And the only thing sucky about it is a hazmat fee. Because every time I've sent like ammo for a giveaway I did, and another giveaway that the Scotsman did, that's the only sucky part about us sending ammo. You can send all the brass you want, but when you start sending primers or fluids or what else is it, Scotsman?
Powder,
yeah.
I wouldn't know because I don't go through traditional methods.
I know, man. I'm just too nervous, bro. I'm on the radar. They like, you getting too many deals.
Hey, the guy at the post office says click no, so that's what he does.
You know, it's real simple. They've seen me so many times, and it's funny when we did the original giveaways and stuff for for Mr. Holster and Jack. I walk in there, and the first one I do, I got 2 big ass long boxes, and the lady's like, "What's in there?" I'm like, "You don't need to know." They have no right to ask you. Zero.
Well, they can ask if it's explosive or corrosive or something like that. They do have that right.
Yeah, but it's not explosive, so they have zero right.
It's cotton balls, a lot of them.
What do they say? Liquid, fragile, perishable, explosive, and all that.
Yeah,
they read that off every time.
It's not perishable or it's not explosive unless you load it up and shoot it.
They
don't get it hot.
They just when I was going in there like every other day, they just look at me and go, "Just all right, hit no."
You know what's funny is my post office guy, he actually knocked on my door one day because he wanted to see who this lady was that was getting all these packages that said bullet or ammo or something.
It happens.
So now, you know, when he delivers stuff, he'll go ahead and knock on the door so it's just not sitting there. And I'm like, oh, okay, cool. And I'm like, yeah, it probably is questionable what he's delivering.
We made an order from American Reloading. I messed around. They break down military lots of ammunition. And I'm sorry you can't see me because Jamie keeps reposting everything. But they break down military lots of ammunition and sell off the prime brass with no hazmat, by the way. Don't know how they do that. The projectiles and the powder. Well, they'll wait till they get 5-gallon buckets full of powder. They're like 64-pound kegs. It's like a 5-gallon bucket full of powder. And once they get enough of them, they'll put their powder on sale. They send out a flash email, and sometimes within 4 minutes, everything's sold out. Well, I caught it. I got in touch with 5 buddies, and I caught it. And one of the guys said, "Well, I've already got some stuff in my cart, I already got this in my cart because we just keep stuff in the cart, and then just when we get ready, pull the trigger." Well, we ended up getting 4 big 63-pound jugs of, it's essentially, I think it was essentially 4227, which we were all loading 300 blackout at the time, and shipping's already arranged and all that stuff. Boop, pull the trigger. Hey, your order's been placed. Cool. Well, about 4 days later, a box truck pulls up in front of the house, and he goes, "Probably ain't got a forklift, do you?" I'm like, "No." "Why?" He goes, "I've got a pallet that says deliver here." I went, "Holy crap." So we had an unloading party once he got it on the ground. I called them over. I said, I don't give a damn what you're doing. Get over to my house right now. We got to get this shit inside.
I keep telling the ladies the minute they get their thumbs out their butt, I'm like, dude, do you realize that we are like in the Mecca? We could order up a whole bunch of stuff from Midway USA, road trip for 2 hours up the highway, grab our order, and come right on back home.
Yeah, you don't even have to pay shipping and hazmat and everything.
No.
Can you pick up there?
That's what Tin Man went, right? When it Midway?
What's that?
Where'd you go? Midway or Brown Ales?
Brown Ales.
Okay.
I didn't know if you could just walk up to Midway and go, yeah, give me 2 of these, 3 of these, and 3 of these.
I think you can.
There's
here's
a trick. There's a little trick to it. So they claim that you can't go in there and shop, but you can walk around and look at what they have in the warehouse. And while you're doing that, you can get on your mobile phone, order it, pick it up while you're there.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
They don't have like a computer you can go up to and type in what you want and they'll go pick it for you? They
didn't. When I went and visited them last year, that could have changed between now and then.
Okay. Yeah, that's how Brown Ales was, and I didn't realize they were like that, but I guess if their warehouse is gigantic, they don't, have everybody walking out in there picking stuff out. So that was pretty neat.
So they just let you shop on the website, and then some dude gets on one of them segways and.
Yep. And they got your name up on a screen and says, "Bing, your order's ready."
Wow.
I drove by Brownells when I was out there, but I was super early, so they weren't open yet. Otherwise, I would have stopped.
Man, they give you Blackout coffee for free, Black Rifle. That's what it is.
Yeah,
right?
Black Rifle Coffee Company.
Yeah, they got a machine that spits you out that stuff. All complimentary. It was really cool place.
Awesome.
He had me at Black Rifle Coffee.
Yep. Yeah, that place was amazing.
Jamie loves that stuff. I still have yet to try it. I might start drinking coffee again if I like it.
Oh, try the CAF. That's my favorite.
I'll send you some coffee, man.
You don't have to send me some coffee. What are you doing?
I'll send you some coffee because I got some other shit I gotta send you. So I'll send you some coffee.
You gonna be famous? You gonna be famous? Come here. Come here. Give me those. Give me those. Come here. Come here.
Don't mind me. I'm just pouring some more tea, Sharenda.
Ah.
Come here.
Flavored.
Miss Kitty.
There she is. Hey, baby girl. Oh, Jamie's blocking her. Hey, baby. Hey, baby girl. Yeah.
Happy tea.
Yes, yes, yes. I make you famous.
Miss Kitty, your BHN, and this will relate to 308 as well. With the you've got to match your bullet hardness with your pressure, not your velocity. You got to remember that velocity is a product of the pressure.
Yep.
So you got to match it up, and in the lead book they have a chart there that'll help you with that. I think it's page 104, if I'm not mistaken, which I probably am, but just going from memory, that's where I would start looking. And okay, so then you powder coat, and a lot of guys say that you can use plated data when you powder coat, but then you get a bullet design that's got a gas check on it. You put a gas check on with your powder coat, and y'all think I'm crazy, but I run those up to the low end of jacketed data with the powder coat and the gas check.
Not crazy at all. I agree.
No, I was gonna say it's not crazy, man. I'll play with that stuff all day long, dude. Powder coated, and I'll adjust those numbers all day long. Unless you're getting super crazy with it and getting high up there, nothing to worry about.
Well, the thing about it is you always start low and work up. And keep an eye on your primers. Your primers will tell you everything you need to know.
Yep.
Yeah. But Chico, your pressure goes up first, and that results in a higher velocity. We don't have means to test our pressure, which is what Kenny did his video on. So he actually got a guy there that could register the pressure on his rounds. But we see a high increase in pressure by an increase in velocity with our chronographs if we can keep from shooting them.
You'll also feel it with
Good
the
one.
recoil
Good
on
one
that
up
as
there.
well.
Yes,
Too.
good one up there. And up. Hey, look, I get to do it again.
Hey, just out of curiosity, what's you guys' preferred chronograph? Because I haven't purchased one yet.
Well, the Caldwells take bullets good.
And Kenny shot his like what 6-7 times.
Serena, have you seen my video?
Don't point at me, man, because
Not yet.
I haven't
Nope.
shot one yet. But you guys,
Give me the link.
have.
Matter of fact, Jamie hadn't let me shoot through his chronograph since I shot mine.
Somebody's giving away a chronograph.
The Caldwell will do you well. It's a good option. They run like $70-$75 depending on where you look.
Okay.
It depends on which model you get to. If it's Bluetooth to your phone,
they'll do you well. They come with like a 15 or 20-foot cord that you can attach to your phone. Download the app and it'll tell you everything you need to see. You can see it all on your phone. It's really easy.
let me give you an example of what Caldwell can do for you.
Sorry, Kenny, 8 times. My bad.
Yeah, I went to we have a Shields here locally to me, and I went in there to go price some, and the guy comes showing me the $550 one, and
That lab radar. Eesh.
I was like, dude,
Yeah, that's a little steep.
I don't even shoot that great to even justify that.
Johnny, how are you liking lab radar, sir?
I have the Pro Chrono, just the cheap one that doesn't record like your shot strings and your extreme spread and all that. It doesn't tell you that, but you can jot them down and do the math if you want. And I wish I would have got the one that will save your shot strings, which I didn't really know when I bought mine. That I could have spent the extra $20 and it would have did all the math for me. But I have good luck with it. It always reads, and I think it was like $65 or something.
All right, this is what you get with the Caldwell app. Oh, hang on, let's see if I can get closer here. All right, you got your temperature, your barometric. Damn it, Jamie!
I think he's doing that on purpose.
Temperature, barometric pressure.
I would right now.
But there you go. That you get everything you need. Your extreme spread, muzzle velocity, standard deviation, max mins, keeps track of your strings, barometric pressure, temperature, and you can actually, if you use your camera, it will measure your group size for you.
Oh.
Yeah, you just go up and take a picture of a standard size target. It will measure your group size for you and display it right there.
It's kind of sexy.
I know. I've never used that feature, but it's there.
You probably forgot it was there. I guess we'll know what you'll be doing tomorrow.
Well, I don't have the chronograph anymore. It's in pieces.
Sore subject.
He failed to do what I've done. So what I had done, Sharenda, is when I bought mine, I bought mine and I took it down to Daniel's, who's a couple hours from me. Well, not a couple. He's like an hour and a half from me. And I go shoot with him fairly often. And I left it there. But I have what's called insurance. If he shoots it, he owes me X amount of money, and we buy another one. Gotta have insurance.
Gotta have insurance. I've been wanting to get one of those. Johnny, you used them. Oh, the
Magneto speed.
Magneto Spirit. Yeah, that's it. I've been looking at getting one of those, but I don't know. And you even did a video on this, but it's been so long ago since you did it, I can't remember if it actually affects your velocity, your barrel harmonics.
Hey, Lever Guns 50, glad you could join us, brother.
Talking about shooting chronos, if trust me, I know. But if you were to think you may, or it's gonna happen. Look, I don't care what nobody says. It'll happen one day. The reloading dude, he did a video and he mentioned me in the video. But some chrono, if you shoot it, all you have to pay is half the price of what you paid for it. So that they're offering that right now, I guess, because the company realized that it happens. And I forget the name, but y'all have to go check his video.
The Pro Chrono. Pro Chrono is a really good one too. Pro Chrono will work not only with firearms, but it will work with bow as well. Some are designed specifically for bow, but quite honestly, I think the only real difference between one that's designed for firearms and one that's designed for bow is the one designed for bow, they set it up so more light gets in there. And that's really about the only difference. Everything else is pretty much the same. So technically, as long as you have enough light, any chrono should work for a bow.
Okay.
Does Pro Chrono have an app like Cardwell does?
It does, yes.
Yep.
I like the app feature.
And the Pro Chronos are really nice. They don't cost a whole lot more than the Caldwells. Your basic Pro Chrono starts at $99.
Yeah, I got the one where you can't even hook up a cord to it. You can't do nothing. All it does is show you your velocity. That's it. I think it was on Amazon for $68 on sale one day. I think my wife got that for me for Christmas. But I mean, it's the bare bones. You know, it doesn't.
Bare bones usually runs around that $99 range. The next one up is like $120.
I paid more than that for my Caldwell.
That's because you don't wait and seek the deals, man. You got to seek the deals.
Correct.
Yep.
Look, and here's advice for everyone: if you got a Cabela's and the other big box stores, if you find, say, like when I bought my Chrono, I went to Cabela's and it was like $125. I pulled the same one up on Amazon and they price matched it.
Yep.
Yes, they do. Especially this time of year, they're good at price matching.
Now, unfortunately, they don't do like Academy and price match plus 5%, but still, any savings you can, because I needed it that day, and it met an untimely death soon after. But
was that the first time you had it out when you shot it?
Very first time, and I was
wow.
good, but it wasn't the first shot. It was like the 30th shot. I was like, man, this is what it's about. I'm getting my reloads. I said, let me use some of this factory ammo. And that's what did it. That factory ammo said, you're not going to use it today.
Yep.
That's an important thing. You guys got to remember, whenever you're shooting, that various different loads, including factory ammo, is going to have a variance in exactly that point of aim.
Yep.
So you got to be super, super careful when you're shooting through.
I'm gonna be doing.
You asked me what model chronograph that was. That was a Caldwell G2.
G2.
Which now it's like the G18 because it's in 15 more pieces.
Well, I kind of have an ulterior motive for it. I mean, you guys know women like details. So I figured when I do some of my demos, I have some of the ladies go and load some their own and they can see some data and see if even it's a microscopic difference. Oh, they'll want to reload more.
It's all attention to detail, really. If you take the time and make every single one of them exactly the same, you can see it on a chronograph. If you just, no offense to anybody that uses Lee scoops, hell, I use them. But if you just dip a scoop in there and dump it in there, you're going to get a lot of variance because there's a lot of difference in how much powder you're putting in there. If you don't trim your cases, you got to pay attention to bullet seating depth. Sometimes your dies move. But yeah, You can see the difference if you take your time on a chrono.
I have, James, more often than you would believe.
Yep.
And of course, I'm only shooting at 100 yards at most.
Well, there's Kevin. How you doing, sir?
That's one thing I've noticed too, James. I've had some really good chrono numbers with some bad groups, and I've had some terrible chrono numbers, but the groups were half MOA. I don't understand it. But I mean, at 100 yards, that's
why I like Georgia Boy 44's approach. 10 man, he's just like, I just want to know how fast they're going. I don't want to know about extreme spread and standard deviation. I can see how they're grouping on the target. Just tell me how fast they're going. And
And yes, you can have bad chrono numbers. I've had really decent groups with crappy standard deviation. I mean, deviation of like 130.
Yep.
Like that, but it grouped like a half inch. So,
but like Kenny always says, where you're going to see that make a difference is way out past 100 yards.
Exactly.
1,000, 1,200, 1,500, 1,800 yards, you're going, yeah. So here he just posted something. Let's see what.
And the other thing about the standard deviation too is not every time you pull that handle, especially if you're doing it on the press itself and dropping that powder, you might not be getting the exact same charge every single time.
Correct.
So you're gonna have that deviation.
like with a Dillon, if you're using the powder measure on the press, when you first start loading, that first one is going to be the hottest round you got.
Yep.
Because you're not seating the bullet and crimping the bullet and all that stuff behind it, because that's what you're going to start feeling with the handle. And yeah, y'all are right. At 200 to 300 yards, those numbers don't really matter. It's when you reach out there.
Well, look, as I mentioned the fuzzy T, if a woman is going to spend money on a gadget, wouldn't you prefer it to be that?
Oh, what'd he say now? Down, Fuzz, down.
You gotta watch Fuzzy, especially if he's talking in all capitals. He's old. You gotta forgive him.
Where is it? Oh, he's pre-G.
Pre-G.
He was G before OG was G. No more.
New York City, Miss Serenda's been with us. This is her second week in a row, so we've been blessed by her appearance with us here for a couple of weeks now. We're pleased to have her. I hope she comes.
I'm pleased
back.
to be here.
I hope she comes back often, or y'all said y'all want to see more of her. You remember earlier I was telling you about putting the comment up on Headspace, and one of the guys, I'm not calling his name, but his initials are Jerry 1911, and he was telling us whatever we do, make sure we get pink shears back. So. and I can say that now because he's parking his truck, and he can't type right now. He's parking, so he'll be back on here in a minute. He'll give me a ration of grief about that.
He's looking in mirrors.
He is.
At least I hope he is. If not, he's messing some stuff up. He's backing up until he hears glass or something.
And answer Henry's question out there, I know Nathan's dealing with a lot of stuff right now. I've tried to reach out to him, but he's so busy he hasn't gotten back to a lot of us. So hang tight, bear with him. I know.
Yeah, please enjoy the old music while you wait. He will be back.
Yeah, pretty much just put some elevator music on and just hang tight. He's on his way.
That reminds me of Elvis Ammo put up a video a couple days ago, which is outstanding. And I saw Nathan commented on it and saying, "Oh man, it's good to see a video from you." And I said, "Man, if Elvis Ammo can make a video, you can too, Nathan." he's been busy. So OCD makes or CDC, whatever you want to go, Outdoors makes a good comment out there. People used to say he was crazy for testing loads without a chrono.
I was testing loads for over a year before I brought a chrono.
Yep.
I was reloading for many years before I bought a chrono.
If I can hit within a fist of everything that I'm loading up, I'm good.
As long as you're not flattening out primers and blowing case necks, you're all right.
Yeah.
Yep.
My first loads, I was saying I didn't have a chrono. I was like, I'm not buying that. But then I got some advice that said, hey, the chrono is like the last piece of the puzzle. Pop's Quest told me that. And I can understand that because I work with precision tools and I have to measure stuff at work. So I'm like, let me just get one, But I understand how it works. But now I don't need one. It'd still be good to have. I'm going to buy me another one when
It goes more into play with the rifle, I think, than pistol. Honestly.
Right.
Yeah. With the pistol loads, that's what I've been loading mainly. Like I said, I'm starting to get into the rifle stuff, but I've always done pistol, and as long as I can hit within that fist, for me, I'm gold. And I picked up the chrono because I wanted to verify my data that I thought I was getting versus what the book says I should get.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That
That's
was
why I
my
bought one too.
same reason. Yeah.
Find out how far off the book is.
Exactly.
We've been having quite a few folks talking about their either StreamYard crashed and came back up, or they're having bad internet. So
YouTube's onto us.
yeah, they're on to us. Jerry, I meant that in the truest meaning and heart of a compliment, brother.
You were right. As soon as he pulled out on the yellow knob, he's back to typing.
Yeah. I told y'all he's going to come back and give me a ration of grief. But
one thing I did enjoy having a chrono for is it's 40 cal. Oh, well, my phone's inside. It's self-defense ammo. They're like 80 grain 40 cal, supposed to be going like 2,100 feet per second. They're not.
Dang.
Me and a Marine buddy of mine were out shooting, and he shot them through the chronograph, and he goes, doesn't seem like they're going that fast. You can almost watch the bullet. I'm like, yeah, it's because they're going 980 feet per second. He goes, we're supposed to be going 2,100. It's something stupid. And I'm like, are they using a cannon barrel? Oh, man.
Well, I'm nosy. I'm just curious. I am really just curious to see, what the book says versus what the chronograph says. I mean, it's not like I need it, but
yeah, that's why I bought mine. Actually, I wanted to see if I was getting close to the same results that's printed in that book. Because if I am, then I can start trusting the book.
Then when
Which
you're
is why I
400,
bought a chrono.
and I'm nosy. I like to know the stuff.
and when you realize you're 400 feet per second slower than what the book says, and then you look at the book and it's like, oh, they're using a 30-inch barrel. That's why.
Right. And yeah, you got to read the fine print where it says materials used.
Mm-hmm.
And another thing is, I've noticed up to on pet loads for certain rifles, you'll get as much as 100 feet per second velocity change just due to temperature. If you chrono it when it's 30 degrees outside, and then you go chrono it when it's 110, you're going to see a huge velocity difference. Which is why they started coming out with these. What's the new
Temperature stable or
temperature stable or something like that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And isn't that also different if you load them? Say like if right now it's cold, well, it's the temperatures drop. You load them and say you shoot them when it warms back up.
No,
and vice versa.
Your volume is still the same. What's important is the temperature of the cartridge when you fire it.
Mm-hmm.
So would that not matter if it warms up? I'm saying like a season.
No, that won't change as long as it's. If I was outside loading right now, 35 grains is still 35 grains. If I was to shoot it right now, I wouldn't get as much pressure out of it because it's 35 degrees.
Right.
Now, if you shoot it at 110 degrees, you're going to get a higher pressure. The temperature does not affect the load process at all. It's just when you pull the trigger.
Yeah, well, that's what I was saying. Whenever you shoot it, you're going to find out different pressures because of the outside temperature.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter when you load it.
Okay.
Yeah, if you load a bunch of max,
I'm sorry.
if you load a bunch of max pressure when it's 20 degrees outside, then you go shoot it when it's 100 degrees. You're going to see
You're
it.
in trouble.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that was my point. That's what I was saying. You know, when different seasons. If you were in a different season or something.
Right. Yeah, do your load development when it's on the hotter end of the spectrum, I'd say, just to be safe.
Well, do your load development in the temperature range when you plan on shooting it.
True.
So, Pat, tell me about that West Covina Dodge. Is that just a regular Martini Henry case, or is that a Martini Henry handgun? Has that been shortened? Can you tell? Do you know? Do you care? This was a gift from Anvil from Range Day a couple of weekends ago. So,
Idaho's coming to the right coast.
good deal, man.
He's coming to Fayetteville, North Carolina. Hope you get something through Florida. I'd like to see you, brother.
Yeah, would love to see you.
See, I'm kind of at an advantage there because I have big truck parking. Good Lord, that's going by quicker than I can read it.
Yeah,
I know. I'm like, whoa. It's like teenagers texting.
Everybody's looking at the screen with their head cocked sideways like my German Shepherd.
Okay, thanks, West Covina. So basically, they're shooting this out of a pistol, and I will make a video this coming week about that. And what I was trying to say earlier when we were talking about point of impact change, I'm going to be doing a video of some bullets that Jerry 1911 sent me, the 150 grain Berry's bullets in 30-30. I'll show you about impact change on those as compared to my hunting load that I have worked up.
Hi, Meg. Bye, Meg.
Meg, don't leave me with the children.
Sharinda, you'll understand that the more you watch our show. He works on Friday nights, and he like goes outside to smoke a cigarette or something, and he'll watch for a second. And then, okay, gotta go back to work. So it's hi, Meg. Bye, Meg.
Hi, Meg. Bye, Meg.
Meg sent me an interesting picture today.
Uh-oh.
I don't know how much I'm supposed to say, but he works for a company that extrudes aluminum, and he sent me some pictures of some 20-foot long handguards.
What? Nice.
Yeah, that was cool.
Thank you, Scotsman, for posting that again. I don't have a mouse, or I'd be able to do it. I need to get my wireless mouse off my really, really old laptop in the basement and plug it into here and see if I can make it work. I'm sure it would.
Yeah, I'm glad to have this, West Covina. I mean, I really enjoy Anvil. I've learned a lot from him. And Chico will tell you, he was not in a hurry to get rid of us that day.
He spoke to us like, and he was excited about speaking about that weapon too. He gave us the backstory on it. It was damaged or something like that, and the barrel was shaped like a J. And they hacked it off and did some. He said it had rust. He was a cool dude. But yeah, he just straight up talked to us, man. It wasn't like he was too busy to talk to us or whatnot, especially with all the automatic fire going off, you know. But that was pretty interesting what he was talking about it. And I think I sent West Covina the picture of the of that handgun.
Yeah, I got some video footage of us talking with him. So, okay. And with that being said, it is time for us to start winding stuff down. So we'll let Mr. Chico Wise run through the room again.
Sure. Let me see if I can do this real quick, like Dirty South quick. So very top, We got Big E, Ocean, 374, OCD Outdoors. He did change his name. Jerry 1911, Uncle John, Jesse B Outdoors, Dead Horse, Surrender Burts, Chico Wise, Fuzz T Fork, Uncle John, Eagle Eye Shooting, Jay Howell, Red Raider Reloading. Thank you, brother, for the package. West Covina Dodge. 10 Man's on the panel with us, Armin and Axis. Mr. Paul H. I do not want to mess up your name. NYC Reloader. Hey, brother, congratulations on 400 subscribers. Cranky Cletus. Who else? We got the Crazy Scotsman, Idaho Rogers, Vanessa Kitty, Biggie. Who else? We got Dead Horse, if I haven't said them already. Mig, thanks for joining us, brother. Larry Palmer, Texas Outlaw, Michael Sines, Jesse B Outdoors. Some of them are double because they comment more than others. Who else? All of you guys and girls, thanks for joining us. Crazy Scotsman, Jerry 1911, James Pollard, and I see more of Mig and West Covina Dodge. And so we definitely appreciate everyone stopping through and joining us, giving us information and feedback on powders, bullet choice, and other stuff. You know, we definitely enjoy all you guys and girls coming out, hanging with us. Thanks everyone who's helped out our brother Mike Treen thus far. We definitely appreciate it. I know he'll appreciate it. And, you know, that's what makes our community awesome as it is, regardless of what other people think our community is about. So thanks for joining us. Y'all stay tuned for some of my videos. It's going to be interesting. So I'm going to send it off to the lady down there. See, I did it easy so I can point it straight down. I wouldn't mess with it.
Thanks for inviting me back on the show. Thanks for putting up with my mug, entertaining me, and I look forward to possibly doing this again.
Thanks for joining us. We appreciate it. The side chat definitely appreciates it.
Right?
For us.
These guys are fun.
Yeah, we're glad to have you. Okay, Mr. Kyle.
I was trying to catch up over there, but it's too late. I appreciate everybody coming by, just like I always do. Tip my hat to you guys and gals. And Miss Sharinda, it was great to have you again. And 10 Man, nice to have you here too as well. And Scotsman, you know. Happy Friday. Looking forward to seeing every one of you throughout the weekend and the week like we always do. It's always a good time. Fixing to have to go chase down a dog. She hadn't come back. But anyway, I'm going to turn it over to, let's see if I can get this right the first time.
I appreciate it as always. Always good to be here. I love it when I can be here and don't have to work. So thank you for the invite, and thank you to everyone that turned in, and thank you to everyone in the side chat. Appreciate everyone out there, and make sure you check that link. And if we can help out Mike Green, a fellow reloader, a fellow person in our community who has been an awesome supporter over the years. He's been with me pretty much from the beginning. And heck, I'm going on almost 5 years now. So it's been a while, and help out if we can. And so thank you to everyone who jumped in. Again, check that link and appreciate it.
Hey, man, thanks for being here. I appreciate you very much. We appreciate what you're doing.
Do the point. You got to do the point. Let's see if you can get it right the first time.
Yeah.
Think long, you think wrong, Scotsman.
That's why I went, let me see if I can get this right. Yep, I'm going to make him do it.
Yeah, what I've learned is think about what you're doing and then do the opposite like that. So, 10 Man, thanks for joining us, brother. Glad you got on with us.
Yeah, thanks for having me, man. I really appreciate it. Glad I could finally hop on here with you guys.
Well,
What the hell are you doing?
we're so glad to have you. It's not even funny, man. I know you've been through a tough time, and we love you. We're caring about you. We're praying for you, and wish you nothing but the best, my brother, and to your wife as well. And,
Thank you. Really appreciate that. It means a lot.
Well, I don't say stuff I don't mean. So, and you've been a good addition to us. I know you might feel like you didn't get to say a whole lot. I feel like you didn't get to say a whole lot, but you can come back anytime you want, brother.
Appreciate that. It's awesome. Well, I love being here. It was a good time. Love all you guys.
Yeah, and don't surrender pretty this group up. I mean, look at us, man.
Yep.
I'm just here for the beards.
Cheers.
Well, don't go hang out with them Duck Dynasty guys then, because you'll never come back to our show after that.
I'm trying to get there. If I can just find some freaking clothes to fit.
Easy now.
Here's the thing, though, Jamie. See, they got big beards, but theirs are not refined like ours.
They're really not, are they? They just it's like they grow them out there and then don't take care of them or nothing.
They don't
Just
take
out
care
of
of them.
curiosity, are you guys putting beard butter or beard moisturizer on your beard?
So I don't know about Jamie, but personally, I wash mine almost daily, and then I put beard butter on there.
Aha.
You got to take care of it, man. You got to take care of it.
That's true.
All right. Just so y'all know, before we get off the air, I wash mine every single day, condition it. I have this beard comb, which was almost white when I started using it. So it's really seasoned up nicely. And this is what I'm using right now. Honest Amish.
Yep, that's exactly what I use.
Uh-huh.
I took you for a Dapper Dan, man.
That is some awesome stuff, and it actually smells pretty decent too.
It does. Yeah, Michael, that explains a lot, bro. He just used coconut oil. So one of the things, JCM, he uses Dawn and Lemon Shine on his beard. Yeah, that's a fan right there.
He smells lemony fresh.
He's washing and conditioning all at the same time.
That's right. And PC Bullet Empire Clay Dot is good too. So yeah.
Mig says he uses Vaseline.
Who does?
Measuring grains.
Oh. Yeah, Mig's got some awesome looking chops there.
I looked into finding this guy in Kentucky that makes his own with various different scents. I went with America because I'm American, and he makes his own right there in his house and sells it, oil and balm, and it's got like hints of tobacco in it, and vitamin E oil. There's all kinds of. It's all natural, and I've ordered some because I had a coupon code for 25% off, and I'm actually really impressed with it. My shop foreman, who happens to be a woman, loves to smell me every morning when I get there.
I don't know about you, Kyle, but I'd rather smoke than actually have the smell of smoke.
Oh, it's got that too. I smoke on the way to work.
So does she do a big sniff or a little sniff?
Oh, she comes up and hugs me and goes.
Now that's how you know you smell good, when we get the dip.
And if you can't tell, I haven't touched my cigarette. It's kind of cool here. See? Hey, the dog came back. She must be hungry.
Okay, so Miss Kitty, apparently we are going one more hour. Anyway, okay, so I'm going to do a video on 3030 this coming week, and I'm going to do some more videos from Range Day. I've got I found some footage from Dead Zero that I'm going to try to put out for you guys as well. So
the lost footage.
Yeah, so
I did talk to Scott also, and he's working on April. So
Cool. Yeah, big game tomorrow, Chico. And my son posted in the side chat, fire Dan Quinn.
I saw that.
and the last thing
saw
I
that.
got,
Dan said you want to hear it, Jamie.
last thing I got is foreign domestic will be on this Sunday. I do not have to work early, so we will have a chat.
Cool, man. That's great. And y'all make sure you check out Uncle Jim tomorrow night, Saturday night. I'm pretty sure he's on. Yeah, James, every once in a while we do.
I said for Uncle John, go Dogs.
Most of the time we plan them and don't ever shoot them.
Most of the time we're too involved in shooting to shoot the damn video.
That is true.
What's Uncle Jim's channel?
Uncle Jim.
Not to be confused with Uncle Jim's Worm Farm.
Right.
You know Uncle Jim
Uncle
when you
Jim
look
reloaded,
him
it'll pop up.
most of Uncle Jim's videos are 15 to 20 minutes.
Okay.
And they're pure gold, every one of them.
Sharonda, you need to find. I can't remember if it's one word or two words, but it's Uncle Jim, and he does this. The hat chat that he does on Saturday started with Oceans 374 and PC Bullet Empire. What, 2 years ago, on Christmas Eve or something?
Here's an easy way to find them. Look up the Lyman American powder measure, and Uncle Jim will pop right up.
Oh, the brass smith, yeah.
Lyman Brass Smith powder measure.
Mm-hmm.
But he does this chat on Saturday nights, and there's usually about 40 different people that flow through the panel up here. And it's just a hoot. Everybody, sometimes it depends on what the theme is. Sometimes there's a margarita hat chat. There was a Halloween hat chat where everybody dresses up. Then there's like St. Patrick's Day hat chats. But he does one he'll just come up with something off the top of his head. But he does a lot of videos. He lives in Utah, and a very interesting guy. He's very handy. You know what they say: if the women don't find you handsome, they ought to find you handy. So
I haven't heard that one.
he lives up on top of a mountain in Utah. Beautiful, beautiful property that he's sitting on. And he's got all kinds of wildlife, and he loves shooting. And he's a very knowledgeable man. And he's very entertaining. You'll get a lot of kicks out of watching his videos.
What time does he normally go live?
8 o'clock Eastern.
Eastern?
Yeah, usually 7 Central. Yep.
And he's known to just throw something out there in the middle of the week too if he's bored.
Okay, we're way over time. This is the Georgia Shooting Connection Friday night live stream. Thank all of y'all for coming by. This is not an Uncle Jim commercial.
I am not a paid advertisee.
But anyway, guys, look for all of our videos. You can find us on the Reloaders Network. You can find the Georgia Shooting Connection page on Headspace with your ideas and suggestions. We're all on Slack if you want to get in touch with us directly. Thanks again to the Scotsman. Remember, Reloaders' lives matter. Send us a copy of those donations if you want entered into the drawing. Thanks, guys. We love y'all. Thanks for joining us. And Lord willing, we'll see y'all next Friday night, if not before.
Good night.
Good night, guys.
All right, everybody.